Hello, YouTubers. Many years ago, I bought this uh, camera system with the tripod and everything. It is Sony. What is that there? Handycam megapixel. That was many years ago, and I hardly use this camera because basically any cell phone nowadays will do better than this camera. But there's something that I really like about this, which is the tripod. Uh, just to make a story short right now, it also has a bubble level, and that's great because I can definitely, do some adjustment on whatever I need to do just to get nice pictures, whatever. So, I mean, you can also unscrew these. Oops. I'm using one hand because I don't have a tripod. That's the problem. So you better have a tripod. And that's the idea of having something that can be adapted to this kind of nice tripod. Check this out. You see, you can tie here. That would not move from there. Now, this release mechanism is great. Now, the funny thing, how I can do that without messing around with the camera that is there. So let me lose this a little bit. Let me get this back. And let's see if I can do the trick. And that's why you always need something to hold your camera while you're doing something else. So since I don't have a tripod for my camera, but I can certainly use this one, which is great. The only thing that I need to do is to ensure that I can build something here that will do the holding of my cell phone. So let's hold for 1 second here. So you see, this is the part that will stick right here. So the only thing that I need is to create a phone, a cell phone holder based on this part. So this part is easily removed from this camera, and that part will go to the phone holder, and this part will stick here in this mechanism, which is great with this kind of a quick release. So, and you have a very powerful phone holder with this gimbal mechanism that is here. You can do many things, 360, and have all the shot that you want. You can rise here. I mean, this tripod I think is great for what I'm gonna do. So the only thing that I need is something here that will that you can attach, and you're ready to go. So let me present what I did. So what you really need is something like this. See, your phone will stick there. It's very, very strong. You can make it even more stronger. Like right now, it only has 2 rubber bands. You can see how strong it is. It's easy to handle with one hand while you stick the cell phone right there, and it's gonna grab it. Now this part here is the one that you will install the other part. So now you have a pretty neat, very strong phone holder. Depending on your phone, there's certain things you have to be careful. Like for example, this phone holder was basically built for modern type of cell phone, so it's kind of large. So I will tell you later the dimensions. So you can have here your phone like an iPhone or whatever, but at the back of the phone is very important. Let me show you this one. This one it has too much stuff sticking out, so this will work okay, but it's not designed actually for this type of phone in where you have all this elevation at the back of it. It is more for flat surface on this side, on the camera side. So let me put this so you know what I'm saying. But this is the side actual. It could be larger than this one because it will accommodate many, about, I don't know, 1 inch more of it. So, but it's just the problem is the back, if any. Let me stop here for a second. So basically this is what I'm saying. It holds very tight, the phone, but you see there's a little bit of a problem because the back is sticking too much out and it will not fit properly the curves as shown here, but it hold the phone pretty neat, pretty strong. I mean, you can check it would not move anywhere. I mean, let me rub it through here. You see what I'm saying? You can, because those two rubber bands are doing the trick very strong, and so you can shake it, it will not move anywhere. So you can have an extra one if you are like you feel like those two bands will break. Let's put it this way: it will take months, and this band will definitely break. In other words, they will lose elasticity, and eventually they will get destroyed. So you want to put a third one maybe. The more band you put, the harder it is to open this grab here. So because basically this is, you have to like for example put that there with one hand. That's why you need the phone holder, and then you do a twist and then do the second. The nice thing is that the design has accommodate for that part there. You can see that there is some part that will that the band will stick in and will not be able to pop out. That's the important part of it. There's something written there. Let's see, hard to see it on this phone, but there's something. You see, it said learning power. All right, so let me put the other part here so you see how this will accommodate right at the tripod. So now when you screw that into this part, now remember this part belongs to the camera, my old camera, and we put this back. Let me get this rubber band out because I'm not using that one. So the idea is you put that back in your tripod and you're ready to go. So let's see, let me put it back in the tripod. So that's the unit at the tripod. You see the mechanism right there, and you see that this part here is free to do whatever you have to do the recording and everything. So now you can adjust whatever position you want, for this to work. Like for example, you want to install the other way around, you have to like lose this, so you gotta check that out whether you want it, whatever you want to do. So you want to take like photograph or or recording like this. Obviously the nice camera is on the back of it, so you gotta do the release here and put it the way it should be. Like for example, let me do that. So now remember, I just have to turn it around based on the quick release here, and now it's ready to do the trick, because then I can loose this up and get the camera to the position where you want to do anything. Like for example there. Now you will be recording down here, whatever you have to do, because that's the nice camera is looking down. So and you can still do many other shots. You have to see. And let's turn this down, and you can still move it around. That's the nice thing about this. Really like it. So the only thing you have to do is just create this part. That's what we're gonna do in Fusion 360. And that's basically it. It's nice to have that phone holder, because definitely, as you can see, even recording this, it was kind of hard because I have to stop, do whatever I have to do with my both hands, or have somebody that do it for you. But again, sometimes you're mostly alone to do this kind of shots. So it's nice to have a tripod and have a phone holder. And this is great because I'm reusing everything. The only thing that I'm not using anymore is this old camera, but it still works. I mean, it still do the nice tricks as well. So, but again, that's the idea. This was a short about how to reuse your old tripod, and this is nice again because it has a nice quick release space that will do many tricks for you. Again, this was sized for another phone. I can show you the other in fact, the phone that I'm using is for recording is the one that this was properly sized here. Remember, it is the sizing is based on the cover of your phone, because that's the part that will stick out. So let me do a recording with my actual phone so you can see this curve here, how it was properly set for the phone that I'm using right now. So as you can see, it kind of fit pretty nicely right there on the curves, of the phone, because actually this was sized for this type of phone with the phone and the holder, because obviously this is the rubber that protects the phone. This is a Motorola phone. So I'm recording right now with my old cell phone. So that's about it. So you build this part as required. Again, it can accommodate many phones. It's just that this curve might be a little bit problem, and depending how flat is the back of your cell phone, then that would be another issue, because the way I build this. But be aware of that. But it's kind of nice. That's it. Just to be sure, as you can see, this phone holder was built on two parts, so that's why you can accommodate many phones the way it was built. On this part again belong to the camera, on my old camera, so this will stick on the tripod and you can accommodate many directions so as required. Now let me open this so you know what's going on. So for that I have to use both hands, so meaning since I don't have a camera holder yet, so I have to, you will not see what I'm doing, but I will show you. I will try to show you as best I can. So as you can see, I remove the rubber bands, so it's two part basically. That's it. So this was done in PLA, was 3D printed, and this part here to accommodate the rubber bands, and this part here is the part that will accommodate for the top part. So this will slide right here. This you have to be careful with this sliding type of mechanism, just because you have to properly size them so that they will not really sometimes it might not be able to fit and you have to do some sanding. But I did some previous testing just to ensure that I know the precision of my 3D printer, so that this will not have to be sanded or anything. So that was the idea. Thinking about it, sometimes I thought to put a bolt, to do this part here, but I said, what the heck? I mean, it's easier with a rubber bands. Putting the bolt, it will do the trick as well, but it will take more time. So I'd rather do it this way. Easy to install the cell phone and to release it, and not a big deal. So the only thing that you have to be careful is you ensure that the whatever you boring here, the hole for this bolt here, this bolt will fit nicely here. So let me see if I can, with one hand, trying to take this out. I don't know, that would be kind of hard, but I will try. Let's see if I can turn this guy down. Oof, I think that I'm able to turn it. Yeah. So you see what this looks like. See, definitely you want to have an extra camera holder to do all this, because I only built one, but I definitely think that if I had two of those, this would be a lot easier, because and it's a very short bolt. See, that's it. That's the bolt that will fit right into that threaded hole there, and that's basically not a big deal about it. This is 50%, I think even less, I don't know. It's very, very light, but wow, very, very, very strong. To break this, you will have to hammer it, because it's very strong. and these two as well, and they are very, very, very light. But boy, if it is strong, this will outlast me for many years for sure. So I will have to put this on my wheel as well. All right, have fun, guys.
So the idea was this was to be a very short video. So let me show you what this looks like in Fusion 360, and this is basically the two part that I was talking about. The one that's slide in, and I did some final improvement, particularly on the letters here. Instead of having this way, I put it deep within the material here, so that it looks much better. And so that's basically it. And the important part here is the sizes, and here is the blueprint, how I pretty much put everything together. This was actually built after. So first of all, I just did all the construction based on measurements from my phone, and that's basically it. So you can adjust whatever you have to, and all the dimensions here are in millimeters. This curve here are very important, and they were done basically by hand, like adjusting a little bit, doing a small printing, and be sure that this fit the curve on my phone, because that will depend definitely on the type of phone cover that you're using. So you want to be careful there, but everything else pretty much standard. I think that this is maybe a quarter of an inch hole here, and but nothing more to say. This is it. Let's go back here, and this is how it works. Have fun, guys. Bye.